What is up to my Arians? This is reading for the sign of Aries, your mid-month April tarot reading. We'll get right into it. I'm going to pull you guys' overall energy for the remainder of the month of April with the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, and we'll get right into it. There should be a reading already up for you for the month of April if you'd like to find and view that. Keep in mind, you can also view my readings in Vedic. And if there isn't a reading up for you for May yet, Aries, it will be up within the next week. Some insight, guidance to the energy of Aries for the remainder of the month of April. Without further ado, I hope you guys are having a great time in this season and enjoying spring. And we've got card of your energy, soul retrieval. So I feel like some of you are getting back to being yourselves, or calming down after a very well celebrated birthday season. But yeah, some of you, I think you're just getting down to your roots. Some of you could have recently visited the place in which you were born. Some of you guys could be getting into religion even after a long time of not, or maybe just enjoying the religious side of your family. Because if you come from a family like mine, they're not all religious, but we do have a religious side of our family, which is very beautiful and down to earth and supportive. They're a different kind of Christians. They're like the non-judgmental love wins type of Christians, which I'm proud of, being as I'm definitely not religious in a Christian, Catholic, or any of that kind of mainstream sense. Insight, guidance, advice for the sign of Aries for the remainder of the month of April. So I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys 6 cards from the Fairy Wicca deck. We'll go back and get some confirmation with the Gilded. Insight, guidance, advice for the sign of Aries for the remainder of the month of April. Alright. 6 of Dome. Yeah, I feel like this is like baby steps, one step at a time. Could be spending a lot of time at home with roommates. House party type energy here. Like different themed rooms. Or, just you and your roommates may all lead very different lives. And that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. You lead your own life and they lead theirs. Saying me and my best friend use and his brothers from a video game is, isn't it such a beautiful life we lead, brother? It's from Assassin's Creed. Ace of Air. Yeah, but I feel like, you guys do socialize and talk when you want to socialize and talk, but at the same time, like, you, like me, may be one of those people that really enjoys your privacy in your own space. There may be people that you live with that don't understand or realize this, or, this could be someone you live with that's like that and you don't understand this. Like, I feel the need to tell you that nobody is depressed here. They just enjoy time to themselves. It's relaxing. It's their thing. Or your thing. 2 of Air with the Ace of Air. That's 3 of Air. Yeah, like, I feel like you gotta choose how you look at it differently. See, from your perspective, you think when people isolate and spend time alone, it's because they're hurt. When really, sometimes, like me, when I go outside or I get around people, I can feel their hurt or the hidden feelings they feel. So I find it a lot more relaxing and I feel a lot happier when I'm only in my own energy. So it's how you choose to look at it. There's 2 sides to every story and multiple perspectives. Alright, so you got a flipper instantly. You got the 4 of Time. Yeah. it could be that you want to spend more time with this roommate, or this roommate wants to spend more time with you. But I mean, you don't want to force yourself into somebody's company. That's not good. And yeah, you could vocalize that's how you feel, but don't think that you vocalizing how you feel is going to change someone's decision, or what I'm hearing is make them change a boundary for you. Somebody definitely could be pushing a boundary that you have, Aries. I see that more as a you thing, because you definitely are good at setting boundaries, or you're trying to get someone to set boundaries. For a few of you, it is you pushing someone's boundary. Like, sometimes people don't need to talk every day. Sometimes people like having their own thing, Aries, and it's nothing against you at all. And for some of you, you can't use the relationship, especially if it is family. You can't use a relationship to push someone's boundary. Like, you either respect their boundaries, or, in my opinion, when it comes to my boundaries, you could either respect them or you can move aside and get out of my life. Choice really is up to you. This could be with your child, since this is definitely the card of a younger energy here. Right here of Domhan could be a Capricorn, Taurus. I don't know why I want to say Virgo. Virgo, right? Yeah, Virgo. Keep in mind, this could be what their sign is in Vedic, or a moon placement. Moon or rising, it doesn't have to be their sun sign. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be their sun sign. Originally, with the stars, we went by our rising sign, what we aspire to be, because as we grow, we're more of what we aspire to be than what we come into the world as. Our sun sign's kind of what we come into the world as. I'm not exactly sure when they changed it, but we all know certain organizations, and I'll go ahead and say religions, did have and do manipulate science to hide truths. That's why I'm very I walk on eggshells when it comes to what religion says, and I like to more follow the facts, science, anthropology, tablets, manuscripts, not books, not paper, okay? Like, what was left behind from before, that's what I trust. I feel the need to elaborate on that. Which means I do have faith in things. I have faith in our true history, not a history that's been reiterated through multiple people's perspective to us to fit an overall purpose or cause. It's almost like government, I know, or hospitals. It's red flags everywhere. So you got 3 cards that popped out here. Ardite of Iska, the Weaver Goddess, and the Seeker. Here. These 3. So yeah, I feel like you need to move forward, or moving forward, you need to be more mindful of the thoughts and feelings of someone else other than just your thoughts and feelings of how the relationship is. And also realize this person might have a very important journey, or like, especially speaking of a child, they have their own journey and own life to lead. Leaving the nest is part of growing up. My dad's family, part of leaving the nest and growing up is actually moving away from the state in which you were born, not leaving the house. You know, like, it's more than just leaving the house. Like, it's completely leaving and becoming your own support system. Sweat Lodge. Yeah, going out into the light and adventuring. This is the rite of passage in my family on my dad's side. On my mom's side, I'm not too sure what the rite of passage is. We just kind of do our own thing and try to love each other through things. There's a lot of separateness and togetherness. Alright, so we'll get some clarification here. I did end up pulling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards for you guys. So definitely some major things going on here with kind of hearing you needing to get over something, but I don't mean that in a, oh, get over that. I mean, get over it by understanding it. You just lack some kind of understanding of the way someone is here, or they do with the way that you are. Six of Dome. Ace of Wands. Yeah, because I feel like someone having their own life, or people being so I don't know, it like angers you when you don't get instant gratification, Aries, which, I mean, isn't surprising. Or when someone doesn't respond, you don't notice your response to someone not responding in a set time frame. You say not good things out of anger, like you are kind of rude, or someone is to you. But I'm really keep saying you because I want to be honest with you. I'm here to help. I'm not here to sugarcoat. The sign of Aries does do that. I mean, you're the I sign, you know, it's you. Like when I message you and I seen that you read it, or I know that you got it, or it's in public, I expect a response ASAP. And that's not the way things work sometimes. And you getting angry and rude because someone doesn't respond in your time frame isn't going to change that. They're probably just going to Ace of Swords you, cut you out completely. Yeah. That's their emotional reaction towards it. You know, especially if it's a grown child. They're just, I'm not going to talk to you at all then. So, Two of Air. Yeah, then today's day and age, it's a lot easier to cut someone out than it is to actually deal with them. So, Ace of Air. It's very easy to feel that way too, because instant gratification, yeah. I think you need to choose to cut out that toxic behavior, or the problem is you keep choosing that fucking reaction when someone doesn't instantly respond to you. Also Capricorn. You could be mad at someone because of a Capricorn, or because you feel like they chose a Capricorn over you. Or I'm hearing like a woman or a man. Well, if you're a parent, your child eventually is going to choose a woman or a man over you. Everyone wants to be like, oh, love is love. There's different kinds of love. And in a world that is not weird in a bad way, you can't compare a partner's love to a parent's love, because a partner's love is different. It provides something different than parental love for a time. And a kid could have just wanted more from life, so they went out and got more. They went and experienced more. They went to go see more. Yeah. Rider of Dome. It's not all about the woman that they left with. It's about the life. They wanted more. Rider of Dome. Yeah, they're passionate, they're fiery, they like to go out and do things. This isn't someone that's going to live in their hometown their whole life. It's not going to happen. They're going to feel too trapped. Versus you could be one of those people, you know? Or it could be you. You don't want to live in your hometown. You feel trapped. Seeker of boredom. The Seeker. The Sun, yeah. Some people just went out on a journey and are still on a journey to find out what makes them happy. Especially if they're children. I mean, you found out what made you happy, right, Aries? So, expect the same from other people. The Weaver Goddess, let them find what makes them happy. Let go. The Weaver Goddess. Sagittarius, yeah, I feel like a lot of this is like, you're not going to be able to compete with your child's partner. You really shouldn't even be trying to. That's weird. Overbearing mother or father energy here. Read of Ishka. Yeah, that's just the truth. If you keep acting like that towards a child, eventually they will speak their truth and they're going to continue to move away from you. And you won't hear from them. You gotta let people live their lives, Aries. Sagittarius again, yeah. kind of got to go both ways. Communication has to be wanted by both parties, and for genuine reasons. The greatest fool of all is the man who fools himself. Yeah, some of you want to sit here and act like a lack of communication between you and the child is the child's fault via lack of response, when it's like both parties are kind of guilty here. You have a life to lead. They have a life to lead. In most case scenarios, children and mothers have Facebook. If you see them posting, they're okay. There's no need for a forced conversation. And if something resonated, please do like. If you don't mind sharing, let me know in the comments. And if you're digging the vibe, subscribe.